Hello, welcome back to another FPL video. We're about halfway through the international break and well, a lot has happened since I did my last wildcard video. I thought it was bad for Liverpool when Virgil got injured and then Trent goes and gets injured. Then we hear news that Salah's picked up COVID and then Robertson goes and gets injured after Scotland beat Serbia to take them through to the Euros. Then we hear news that Joe Gomez has also been injured in the England squad and then Son has potentially picked up COVID and then Sterling is potentially also injured from the England squad. So there is a lot that's happened since I did my last video. So I thought I'd sort of take another look at a wildcard draft, sort of considering all of this and sort of my thoughts on how I would then move forward from there. If you're new around here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm really trying to push for that 200 mark. And well, without further ado, let's just get straight into this. So first things first, the defence. It's not actually really changed that much. I do have a little bit more in the bank from last time. And also, this is just a draft sort of with a 100 mil squad selection you get from the start. So if you've already got any of these players, you'd have captured a little bit more value, so you could potentially do a little bit more in other areas of the pitch. So with the defence, we've got Kyle Walker and Ben Chilwell, probably the two best defensive assets at the minute. For 6 million both a piece, they look very good going forward and are part of teams that actually look okay defensively, and especially with the likes of Man City having incredible fixtures going forward. You know, Burnley, Fulham, West Brom, Newcastle at home, all of these games in the space of sort of 4 or 5 weeks. I think you could even double on from Man City, but we'll see later what I haven't. The Kufal looks alright for West Ham. He's been picking up plenty of bonus points and gets really far forward on that right side as well. Kilman and Lewis are kind of placeholders there. They're the cheapest kind of playing defenders, and I think it's very, very important that you have playing kind of players throughout your whole squad, and that's what I'm kind of talk through during this video. But as there is a little bit left in the bank with the squad and you probably have a bit more capture value, if you wanted to stick in another defender, maybe a little bit more expensive, like the likes of Lamptey, even Nathaniel Klein looks okay for the next few game weeks, I think you very well could do that. The idea with this squad is that you play Walker and Chilwell as the two and then rotate in the likes of Kufal, Kilman, Lewis, whoever you decide to put in that third defender spot, you just rotate them in. And obviously Martinez in goal with a Forster as well as that kind of placeholder. Also be careful of your goalkeeper placeholder, because I've run into a little bit of trouble where I wanted to triple up on Aston Villa, only to realise that I'd already tripled up on Aston Villa because I had 2 Aston Villa goalkeepers plus Grealish, which means I can't then get Watkins. Be a little bit careful with that. Something of note for the future that I probably won't make the same mistake again. But yeah, a very solid looking defence there, but not too much money. Obviously, we've got 2 kind of more premium defenders in Walker and Chilwell, but the money is invested a lot higher up the pitch. In the midfield, we've got the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, and with the run that Manchester City have, I mean, you can't not have the guy. Incredible captaincy option, and just going forward, probably will still be on penalties. I think he'll just be an incredible option. Jack Grealish, honestly, in every single game, looks like he's going to grab a goal or at least an assist. I've honestly if he doesn't get a return in a game for them, you can come away from the game feeling pretty disappointed. He looks like an incredible option and could genuinely be one of the highest scoring midfielders this season. Hakim Ziyech for Chelsea looks like an unbelievable option as well. He's come in and just completely kind of rejuvenated that team. Really had the boost that they kind of hoped that he would have, and for 8.2 million, I think he's going to be a cracking option going forward. Even though they don't probably have the best fixtures, he's still going to be an incredible option, especially for the kind of the value that he provides at that price. And we have Bruno Fernandes, who, you know, Manchester United, they don't look particularly good, but Bruno is literally carrying them so hard. So I mean, if you're going to have a Manchester United option, Bruno Fernandes is probably the only one I'd go for, but he is a very good option on penalties, obviously, for them, and he's just scoring plenty of goals, creating a lot of play, and they've got West Brom next, so who better than him for going and absolutely smash. Then we've got the filler spot at the end from May. Just make sure that this is a player who actually played. I had the mistake before of choosing Burke, because I was like, he's going to play up front for Sheffield, great. And then obviously he's not really playing. He maybe, if you're lucky, picks up a point off the bench. At least with the likes of, you know, Basuma, Romeo, you know that they're going to start week in, week out, and could, if you have to play them, go and pick up some kind of attacking return, as we have seen them do. They've both scored a goal this season. Then moving into the attack, we've got Jesus, Calvert-Lewin and Bamford. Now Jesus, he looks very, very good. I mean, he's going to be there, Manchester City's only striker at the minute. Aguero is slowly starting to come back from injury, and there is potential that he could be back after the international break, but I think it's going to take a little bit longer. Jesus is kind of going to be their main man, and with the size they're playing, he could pick up plenty of points. Now with Jesus, it's sort of, I think you should definitely have a triple up on Manchester City for the coming game weeks. I mean, the fixtures they have, tripling up on them it's not risk free, but it has the potential to get you loads of points. Now, it's kind of whether you double up on the defense or you double up on the kind of attack. By attack, I mean midfield and attack, if you know what I mean. So what I'm looking at doing in my team is doubling up on the defense, but that's only because I'm not able to double up on the attack because I'd have to do a lot more kind of moving around. But I think Walker and Cancelo look very, very good in the defense. With the fixtures they've got, you can almost guarantee they're going to get a clean sheet. Now, with the guarantee of a clean sheet, you can also, with the fixtures they've got, sort of look at Jesus and be like, he could absolutely pop off in any of those games. So it's definitely a decision to be made. And if you've got a wild card, something that will take a lot of pondering. And I think Jesus at 9.5, he's a fine option with the potential that he has. Then we will also have Calvert-Lewin. He's kind of a must at the minute. I mean, so many people own him, and he's only actually not returned in one game this season. So 7 games out of 8, he's got an attacking return, and he just looks incredible. They've got Fulham next game. I fully expect him to go and bang a couple of goals in. I'm actually genuinely thinking about captaining him, especially with Salah out. I think a lot of people will go for Calvert-Lewin. And Bamford, as I explained in the last video, he's kind of that 6.1 million placeholder. Now you've got him, Watkins and Antonio at that price. Antonio looking like he will come back after the international break. Whether there's been some speculation over whether David Moyes will kind of put him on the bench for the Sheffield United game because Antonio has that history with injuries, or whether he'll just put him straight back in. I think that a lot of West Ham fans want him to just get straight back into the team because they are so much better when he is there. And Antonio, although they don't have the greatest fixtures over the next few weeks, does look like a good option and can score against anyone. That being said, the likes of Bamford, Leeds create loads of opportunities, and we've seen even if they lose 4-1, he can go and pick up 6 or 7 points because they get so many opportunities that he can score. It's just they're not great at defending. And also Watkins, I'll come to Watkins at the end, because he's got so many good fixtures coming up until about game week 15. He's literally good fixture, good fixture, good fixture, good fixture. If you have Grealish in the squad as well, you get the Grealish assist to a Watkins goal. I mean, Grealish x Watkins, you could really kind of take advantage of that. So kind of between them three, it's a hard decision. I think all three of them have their merits and are good decisions. At the end of the day, it's just going to be a bit of luck out of who gets the kind of best returns over the next kind of 6 or 7 weeks, or however long you plan on keeping them for. So this has been a little quick update on the wildcard video I did last week, just to kind of my thoughts on the players that have been injured and what you should do to kind of replace them, or things that you should be looking at going forward. I mean, with Salah, he's not going to be out for a ridiculously long time. So if you have him, I don't think it's any need to ship him out. With Trent, I'm definitely looking at taking him out. And with the likes of Sterling, Robertson, Son, probably just a wait and see for a bit more information on those guys. If you have enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll catch you in the next one.